Good morning. It's Monday, May 15th, 2023. Doing the drive into work. I haven't published one of these videos in a while. I've made a few, gotten halfway through and bailed. For the same reasons. No new content. None of the stuff that I promised to have ready for the thing is really ready. Why is that volume up? I thought about doing, and I talked about doing videos other than just the ride to and the ride from work, but there's no real free time to set that up. I know it wouldn't take much, but they wouldn't be technically splendid. I don't know what words I'm looking for, but I haven't made the time to make any kind of videos. There's stuff I could do. There's a whole series of like informational stuff, but I don't really think I'm bringing anything to the party. It's a shame. Like the one of the things that the guy who told me to make this channel said was like to go on with my rambling stories, and I don't really do that. I don't take you down that road. But anyway, so what I was going to ramble about, because I hadn't made a video in a while, is what I've been doing over the past few weekends. I think I made you aware. Well, past few weeks maybe. I don't know. Weekends. We'll see where it goes. So to sum up a very long story, very short. A few years ago, we bought 4 ducks and started raising them in the house. Then, once they were old enough, we took them outside. We lost one of the ducks to internal fighting. I don't know if it was sickly, but I do know that the other ducks were picking on it, and it eventually died. And then we had 3 ducks from then on. Good egg producers. Like, we literally, we're not even supposed to get this from them, but they're Muscovy ducks, and we get, like, during the laying season, we get 3 eggs a day, which is phenomenal. More eggs than we need, really. But we've doubled down, and like we've made sure that we process them pretty regularly. I make pickled eggs. We make egg salad, and duck eggs are good for you. It's much better than chicken eggs. So anyway, recently we got 4 more ducks. We didn't really know what they were, just kind of a grab bag, because we need more animals to take care of. So we got 4 ducks. Turned out that one was a pekin and the other 3 are black ducks. My wife knows what they're called. I can't remember. Anyway, one day, so we were raising them inside, just like, ow, crap, there's a sore on my finger. I was doing yard work. I'll get to that story eventually. So we had them. We bought a whole separate run for them to keep them separate from the Muscovies until they were big enough. They're still separate, but we've moved the run up close to the Muscovies so that they're, they can interact with each other. They can see each other, and during the day when we're feeding them and let them out of their pens, they can, just interact with each other and become familiar. We don't want to throw them in there and start a turf war. So of course we're going to expand the run. We bought a whole other retriever cage, a 5 by 10 foot run. So when we put them together, it actually gets much larger because some of the internal in-between panels would disappear. So it'll end up being a nice large run for the ducks. Still have to come up with some solutions for how I'm going to get the pond in there and sunk into the ground, and I need a better solution on how to clean it. It's always a chore to get in there and muck the duck stable. So anyway, got the 4 new ducks. One of the black ones disappeared one morning. Something got to it. Something so powerful that it pulled one of the tines, the uprights for the cage, like ripped it right out. It appears to have pulled it out with the duck's body, and there's no trace. The duck is just gone. So it either got attacked by an animal or muscled its way out to go fight crime. Probably the former, but you never know. And then I guess a few days later, another duck got attacked. Another of the black ducks got attacked, and this time its wing was pretty severely mangled. We took it to a couple of vets and ended up having to remove most of the wing. And we did. We went through the surgery, so a very expensive surgery for a $6 duck. I could have bought bought more than 100 ducks for what it cost to patch this one up, but you know how we are. So that's where we stand. We've got 5.5 ducks now. So that brings you up to speed on that. We've been doing a lot of trimming. Like, we've been neglecting the landscaping for a couple of years. Like, we had a lawn service. They ran a very expensive lawn service, and all they did was really cut the grass, and the stuff that we asked them to do extra, they would never actually do. Like, we'll have like a debris pile, like if we do a little bit of trimming and stuff like that. We ask them to take it away. They say they will, they never do. So, the past few weekends, we've been doing some really hard trimming on the bushes around the house, like specifically the yew bushes and things like that, which have gotten completely out of control. So we're giving them really hard cuts, trying to bring them back. Not necessarily trying to kill them, but as I said, if they die, they die. We're both allergic to them, so we're trying to bring them back to the dainty little bushes they were years ago. They look ugly right now because I did such a hard cut on them. And if they survive, and if they start to green up, which it looks like they are, I'm seeing all these little green sprouts inside. What I'll do is I'll go in later with a pruner and selectively take out the branches that have gotten longer and are reaching the end, so it'll be pretty after it bushes out. But it's a lot of work. Yesterday I didn't do a lot of work. I had work this past weekend. I had to work Saturday, so when I have to work, whether it's one day or both, it completely destroys my weekend because I already get up early, but on the weekend I have to get up earlier due to the fact that I have to open the building and turn on the lights, the compressors, the generators, turn a bunch of knobs, flip a bunch of switches. So although I did some work yesterday, climbing ladders and trimming stuff, it wasn't as much as the previous weekend. But I am sore. My hand is absolutely killing me, and I noticed I can't step up or step down as well as I've been able to. Like there's when we're moving the debris from the rear yard to the front yard, there's a set of steps, and then there's a step up to a giant. There's a giant. We've got slate boulders everywhere, and they're all like retaining walls. It's actually a pretty cool layout. But I can't step up. I don't have the leg strength to pick myself up over the boulder with the wheelbarrow behind me that I used to have. So I gotta work on that. Hopefully it's not like everything else I have, a degenerative problem. Hopefully it's just the fact that I'm just lead a relatively sedentary lifestyle, and I'm just getting weaker. The hand thing, I don't know. It's the same thing with the gout. I still have the pain in my foot. The knuckle, the toe knuckle, is just turned into this weird triangle that sticks out the side of my foot. Not complaining, just pointing out. So, where was I going with that? Trimming ducks, making videos. Pretty sure it was going to lead to something. I can't really remember. So we do have an arborist or whatever coming out very shortly. I think this week to trim back a lot of the trees that have been need some maintenance. There's a bunch of trees and bushes that are currently touching the house. We need to get them trimmed back away from the house. There's a bunch of trees that have dead branches in them that really need to be trimmed back. We have a tree in the backyard right near the duck coops that I believe should just be removed. Would actually make what we're trying to do a little easier if that tree wasn't there. And it's got a lot of dead branches, and it's got a lot of those sucker branches. Like every branch has all these little branches that come out and stick straight. I think it might be a crabapple tree. I'm not sure. But seriously considering having it taken out and having a stump ground, because that would be the perfect place to put the chicken coop. And like I said, the tree is mostly dead already. Oh, and in the process, while trimming one of the yew bushes, the one right outside the kitchen, there was a, I don't know what's happening here. Okay, I'm just going to go. I almost took out a bird. There was I think it was a mourning dove, had a nest, 3 little eggs in it, and just missed the bird, just missed the nest. Unfortunately, the nest is exposed now. We did go back later. The mother came back and was sitting on the eggs, but it's not as concealed as it used to be before I was trimming the bush. So we stopped trimming that side of it and focused on the rest of it, left that alone. I'll come back and do that later after they move out. And then there's I don't have a picture of that one, but in the front there's a nest with 3 little birds in it. They're alive. They're screaming for their mother to feed them. I'm assuming they're back. I actually have a video of that. So after this video publishes, I'll publish that little quick video of the little birdies in their nest. I can't publish it as a comment to this. I still haven't figured out if you can. I know I can't yet, but I don't know if it's even possible to post a picture or a video as a comment to a video. I pricked my finger on quite a few things. Same finger, same spot every time, as you do. It's very sore right now. I think I might have a splinter in there. I gotta get that out. So that catches you up. I might, at the end of the month, I'm taking the last week of the month off. Today's, whatever today is, I said it when we started, but I forget. I think it's the 15th. It's the Ides of May. So that wouldn't be next week, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so it's still 2 weeks away, I believe. There's a holiday at the end of the month, and I took the whole week off. I did that with a bunch of my vacation. I buttered it up against holidays and things that are on holidays, like Halloween week. That's our 20-year wedding anniversary. I think that's the only one that's not butted up against a holiday we have on our calendar. So I took I think five weeks of vacation I've already planned out. There's I think I took Christmas week, Thanksgiving week, 4th of July week, the end of this month, whatever that is. So, what's going on here? There's a lot of cars lined up to get into a school. Is this a drop-off? I've never seen it before. Wow, it just goes on forever. I know the only reason you may be tuned in to watch this video at all is just to see if I stop at 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven? Jesus, I'm so terrible. Dunkin' Donuts to get a coffee. And let me assure you that today I will. At least I'm 95% sure I'm going to stop. Unless I see a couple of cars in line at the Speakmatron, or if it looks closed. We're very close, by the way. That's what I'm talking about. I could really use a coffee. Like I said, not only does working the weekend screw up my weekend, but it kind of screws up the next week, because my sleep cycle gets screwed up, and ow, just chipped a nail, taking the hair tie off on my wrist. Let's see. All right, there's only one guy in line. There's about to be a second guy in line, I guess. I'll be the third guy in line. If that guy was already here, I wouldn't have stopped for coffee. But already here. Ow. really doesn't usually take long, but every once in a while, get those weirdos. Pardon me, I'm peeling my thumbnail off. As you do. Sorry, I know that it's like a dead point now. I'm just kind of waiting in line to put my order in. Can you guess what I'm going to order? I don't think you can. Well, yeah, if you've ever seen any of these videos where you know exactly what I'm going to order. No big mystery there. Let me start getting my wallet now.
May I have a large black coffee, please?
Large hot black coffee, anything else?
That's it.
Okay, you can pull around.
Thank you.
Rolling up the window so people don't see me talking to myself, or at least don't hear me. They'll see me if they're looking. But they generally won't look up. I'm just looking like I'm interested in the cracks in my windshield. Because of the long drive I have, that's one of the things that goes along with it. I don't know if it's just me, or if it's just people in general who use 422, because I believe that's where most of the cracks occur. Like, this current windshield has two, one dead center at the bottom, and then on the passenger side, like an eighth of the way in, there's a crack that runs almost the entire length of the windshield. And I believe they both occurred on 422. Before this Subaru, I had a 2010 Subaru, same issue, constantly cracking the windshield. I don't know how many times I replaced it, only as often as it needs to be. Like this one, I am going to wait till September, just before inspection to replace it, because I do not believe you can pass inspection with a cracked windshield. It is a safety issue, so they say, but the day after I replace it, it's going to get cracked again. That's just the way it happens. So I'm going to wait until just before inspection, replace it, and then start. That's a neat looking rock. Don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Is it like half black, half brown? I don't know if it's muddy or if it's sedimentary rock mixed with something else, or hopefully, it's like wiggling it up and down. There's absolutely no chance you saw it, but it was the rock next to the bush. So if you're a fan of the show, you know why, if both cars were in line, I wasn't going to stop here. This takes too long. I really want coffee. I haven't opened the pool yet. We started last weekend. I was thinking on Saturday that I would maybe continue the pool opening process yesterday, but like I said, I did that yard work, and I really didn't have it in me. Like, you know, after just trimming, like my wife did the Mother's Day. My wife did the front and side yards. I only did the small section in the back. She was in a hurry to do it, so she started while I was otherwise occupied. So I only mowed that section of the back, trimmed some bushes, and I was just beat after that. like I said, my sleep schedule is thrown way off. I have to work the weekend, so I mean, I don't know if lack of sleep has anything to do with the aches and pains, but maybe it does. I think being older and out of shape has more to do with it than anything else. They're hiring. It looks backwards in my thing, but I'm sure it's not backwards. Hi. Thanks. Thank you very much. You too. Oh, I wonder if she saw that I was recording. That's probably not good. I'll probably have to edit that out because I don't think you're supposed to record people. I don't know how I'm going to edit that out. I could just say, don't look at that face. I wonder if there's a blur feature on the YouTube's. Do I have to put this in my back pocket right now? No, I'm just going to throw it in my lap. I will probably forget that my wallet's in my lap when I stand up and it'll go jingling everywhere. Oh, nobody's yielding. Everybody's just crashing into each other. Yeah, the reason I turned the camera towards the window is just to show that now hiring sign. $12 an hour, management up to $20 an hour. I don't know. I don't know if I could work retail. Like I worked at Wawa many moons ago, and I did not like it. I don't like customer-facing jobs. I don't even like the job where I work now. Like you always have customers. You have internal customers, and I don't like that either. I wish we could be truly. Self-employed. Like we have our real estate business, but it doesn't generate money currently. Probably generating a net loss because of the stuff that's going on. One of them's generating no income at all. Hasn't been for a while. The other one, we are in a legal battle. Third one has been solid for years, so at least we got that. But when they're all up and running, it's very nice. But right now, we're having issues. So it's a good thing we both have 9 to 5s. Although mine's not 9 to 5. It's weird. But I'm only approximately 10 years from being able to just walk away from it all. Yay! So where was I rambling to? We're 23, almost 24 minutes. I'd like to end it, but I really didn't get to anything very specific. Spent a bunch of time dawdling at Dunkin' Donuts. Since I can't think of anything, I will end it now. And if I think of something to talk about, I'll do a part 2. Have a wonderful day.